You remember how your first love was? Even thinking about it makes you cringe and wince and shake your head when you were immature, flawed, and obsessive. The film Baby deals with the turbulence of young love. It asks the question, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching NotATollyReview. My name is HridayRanjan. This week's movie is Baby, written and directed by Sai Rajesh. The film stars Anand Deverakonda, Vaishnavi Chaitanya and Viraj Ashwin. Vaishnavi and Anand are childhood sweethearts. While Vaishnavi passes out, Anand drops out of school and becomes an auto driver. But their love withstands. Their love goes on in autopilot. If love can move mountains, it can certainly ignore a 10th pass certificate. And their love continues even when she joins an engineering college. Now, things take an interesting turn when a rich dude called Viraj enters the college and takes a liking to Vaishnavi. Sai Rajesh, who also wrote Color Photo, specializes in writing a particular kind of a story. They're all love stories. They're based in small towns with good-natured guys and love and loss. For lack of a better term, love failure movies. If the characters of Color Photo were too pristine and pure, here they're all flawed. Anand, for example, is obsessive and short-tempered. Vaishnavi likes the good stuff in life, the rich, posh stuff in life, and she is unabashed about it. And Viraj is a rich guy who, actually, I don't know what his problem is. I guess he's just a rich engineering student. Sai Rajesh etches out his character's flaws very well and very early in the film. He's unafraid to show them as morally ambiguous or opportunistic or indecisive or dramatic and even downright stupid at times. In this, he taps into something that we all probably felt or behaved like when we were younger as teenagers. That's something that Baby certainly achieves. You might love or hate the movie, but it'll keep you discussing the plot long after you have walked out. But it is in the staging of the scenes that you feel a little alienated by the makers of the movie. For example, there is a character called Seetha in the movie who just appears in the plot to push the heroine to make her decisions. And she's just a stereotype of a modern woman. Of course, they're youngsters and you can't expect 18-year-olds to behave like adults. But some of the writing decisions in the film will make you sit up and take notice. Baby's moral compass is a pendulum. It swings this way and that. For example, the lens that the film looks at the girl through when she goes through a makeover in a city on someone else's money, you feel like she's being villainized. But Sai Rajesh also makes sure that you know all the characters' flaws beforehand. So it finally, I guess, depends on where your tolerance levels lie. We have seen a number of movies earlier of the hero professing a pure kind of a love for the heroine only to get seemingly betrayed by her. Much like Color Photo, the movie Baby is not trying to aim for an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. It relies mostly on its characters mouthing long, soppy dialogues to each other. Everything is on the nose, explicitly told out to the audience. The film also seems to be propagating a certain regressive idea, especially its lens on the women in the movie. Except the heroine, all the other women are just caricatures, cardboard cutouts. In spite of an interesting premise, no scene in the film really stands out and shakes you up. The film completely relies on its dialogues, and even if you were visually impaired, you wouldn't miss much in the movie. I had quite a few other problems with the film too. Like, what is the film finally trying to say?
ఈ సినిమా పై స్థాయి వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కాదు. ఐఏఎస్ ఐపీఎస్ ఈ క్లాస్ వాళ్ళకు కూడా అర్థం కాదు. 11th క్లాస్ 12th క్లాస్ మినిమం 10th ఫెయిల్ అయి ఉండాలి.
అండ్ ట్రాజెడీయా ఎమోషనలా అండ్ ఇంకో నేషనల్ అవార్డు దొబ్బేస్తారా?
Is the film trying to vilify the heroine for moving up in her life? Is it glorifying the purity of first love? But then that's the thing. Since I don't belong to the film's target audience, maybe the film and the director is not saying anything at all. Maybe it is merely a portrayal of three extremely flawed young characters. Viraj, played by Viraj, gets the most undercooked role of the lot. The others got biryani, poor guy got ragi mudda. Anand Deverakonda plays the role of the flawed, dramatic lover who is willing to go to any extents for the love of his life. His bits are honestly hit and miss, but the one who completely shoulders the film's responsibility is Vaishnavi Chaitanya, in a star-making turn as Vaishnavi. For a debutante to accept a grey, possibly unlikable character and play it with full conviction, I mean, she is the only one whose emotions you feel in the movie. Baby as a film is not easy to slot into easy categories. Its flaws are glaring, as are its novelties. I wish the film was smarter in its execution instead of seeming like a 7xG Srinagar colony. I wish the film didn't make a few choices, but I'm so glad that it made a few. If you keep your worldview aside, Baby is an almost bold attempt at a movie. We love flawed characters. Even the Arjun Reddy had the flawed characters, but it had the great scenes. Baby as a movie will certainly stir a debate and ruffle feathers. Whether you like or hate the movie, there is no denying that it's an interesting film. Not often do you watch a Telugu film with bold, flawed characters, especially for the heroine. You might love or hate the movie, but director Sai Rajesh has made a movie that will be discussed and dissected, and maybe that is not such a bad thing after all. Parts of the film are quite grating, but there is a lot to appreciate in the movie Baby as well. So I guess that makes it a premature Baby. Thank you so much for watching our review of the movie Baby. If you haven't done it yet, please remember to subscribe to Film Companion South on YouTube. Thank you.
అరే నా పిల్లవే,
అది నా పిల్ల,
అరే నా పిల్లరా,
అది నా పిల్లరా,
సరేరా నా పిల్ల నీ పిల్ల కూడా.
అదేలేరా నువ్వు ఆటో నడిపెట్టోడివి.
అయితే షేర్ ఆటోరా నాది.
సరే జరుగు.